So I woke up here, still some ants inside. Yeah, this is all. That is insane. Yes, that is the Austrian pension insurance. That piece of shit, that terrorists, that murder scum, that pieces of torturing scum. That is the place where I sleep. Yeah. Okay. Why here? Because I see when we come, I had several incidents where people tried to sneak at me in the night. Yeah, and here I see it because the light. Yeah. And yeah, there is not so much to hide. Most people don't know how to hide behind trees properly, or they treat themselves and anyhow. Yeah. Comes on from where the wind comes. Is here relatively still protected, and yeah, the noise from the cars is certainly. But here ants, here ants. To make clear what the Austrian pension insurance does with me. They own me basically over 1 year pension that a minimum 6,800. Anything about that. Basically, they had to force the Babak-based card to keep my account. Here tins. I saw it by Stupsee, and I think I had here one. I don't know if they transmit, then what makes meningitis, I have no idea. Man, this is insane, the amount, yes. That was the bank that did with me. I mean, when I apply on a mold-rotten boat, where the boat, this is also my chandler, for a credit for 9,000 euro, because I had 9,000 for a catamaran, Gemini 30 in Florida, but to renovate. But 9,000 cost the post, so I need about, I don't know, but some to renovate it. But with 9,000 I could deal with that. No. Then they decided, yes, you can have, but you must come in a branch to confirm your ID. Also basically there was an online credit, and direct under the processing where they tell you what you have to pay back and how many, what rate. Was the link to the video with passport, ID certification, and the EPS SMS certification. Yeah? That was in Panama. To go to Austria, that costs some money. To go back to the boat costs some money. There are some thousands gone. Don't know anyone anymore in Austria, so I have to pay hotel. Yes, you see. Then suddenly my credit card didn't work anymore. They sent me the credit card. Well, not really, only two they sent. Then after the second, the department, I told them every time they should send it with UPS, FedEx, whatever. No, they refused it. We don't do such. But I know that they do, because the department that produced the card sent me an email with all 9 online banking, so you don't see any email address. Yes, you need an answer button for that. Yeah, you need an answer button, and that you cannot. It is also all created in that way that you to fuck. Send me the email if I pay the 34.90 anything for selling with DHL, but no answer button. Yeah, I replied to the normal support. We don't do that. And then after a year, they terminated my bank account. And they told, yeah, this was the department from the, but they still refused till this very day to give me the contact data from the department. Okay. That all in a Moldovan boat where I was for 2.5 years with allergic asthma and mold allergy. And the before, so the Austrian pensioner, they have all data. I had X times tests. They know all completely. Yeah, that is very. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? That is, but I'm not allergic. Is that heavy body hurt? Very clear. Yeah. Heavy body hurt is that. By me, in my case, when I don't know all that Tai Chi, Qigong, acupressure, TCM, tralala, and really good, obviously, I'm dead. And look at that. Yes, and cannabis, but that, because that enforces the placebo technique, yeah, which uses the placebo effect directly in meditation. Yes, that is the reason why I had always the noise attacks. Yeah, that I cannot meditate. So, is the B4R have it the responsibility to stop the Baba Beska to do that? Per Austrian law, must be guaranteed that I have the possibility to care about my body, my health, my belongings, and what stands on the web page of the embassy, what they have to do and what they did is exactly the opposite. Okay? They didn't care a little bit. So because here they're forward basically. And then because I had no money account, they stopped my pension. So they froze my pension in that way. So now, for 1 year, my pension piled up on my pension account. Because I sent each year still the life certification. Yes, when I didn't, when I'm alive, I own that money. Yeah? That is the next point. And instead, they sent me then in any way, if it's with Western Union, yeah, it doesn't matter. I must receive. It must for me possible to receive the money, the Austrian law, that I can care about my health, my life, my belongings, my cats, and whatever. Yes, And they give a shit on that. Yeah? Always is that truth, that any blah 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 paragraph from any whatever. That laws, what I tell, is above all the blah. That is a violation of human rights of Austrian laws. Yeah, real criminal code. Yeah, we speak here about the criminal code, yes. Paragraph 75, I don't know which subparagraph now, the revoking of the life necessities is murder. Is murder. That comes to it cruelty. Look at the videos. What is that here? Yeah, I'm pensionist. High educated machinist was developed in pension. The HHO injector system, the HHO environment system, and the Marine Corps underdrive, which stop the polluting from the seas and anything. Anyway, yeah. But certainly, the tax what all that governments lose is there are trillions. Worldwide and all energy there are trillions, yes. That is the reason why that is done. Yes? And that is the reason why the Austrian police give a shit. That is the reason why the Panama police try to finish me, try to set me crazy, yes. Hold me for 12 hours in a hospital. But I'm not anything about 10, but with the all together it needs 12 hours without food, without water. The facilities, the anti-corruption, they focused on, oh yes, they hold me for 12 hours without food. That whole thing is pure insanity. That my boat was completely destroyed and that the prosecutor lied me on the reception, the nuncius, that embezzlement is no crime in Panama. That is exactly that. For that, the facility anti-corruption issues, because that is a clear lie. And then they lied me, oh, they have not the equipment for video analyzers. That is about the human rights courts. I don't need to speak. They blah. It was in Panama human rights court suddenly after the facilities, the anti-corruption. Yeah, forget that. It's blah blah blah. Oh yes, I should go to the Austrian. Really, termination, execution from all that's come. Why? Because all that speeches was a rotten achievement. All that search for why ships kill the planet more than cars. My Marine Corps underdrive is based the same technology like Chetopteras, which got contracted from the US for drones. Anyone that says, who did it work, is a lying piece of shit. Certainly it works. But when you can run any monohull with photovoltaic and wind generators, you have a whole loose by that. Huh? Oil industry, the tax rip-offers, yes, and the control freaks, because that drive system is very quiet. Oh yes, Red October, the Robben drive. Yeah, forget that shit. Yeah. When I once saw that again. That is real. That is not even reality. That is with electromagnetic blah 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 blah. The pump can completely isolate the sound reduction, soundproofing in the box, because the pumps are cold from the water. That is all it's completely decoupled from the hull. But the engine don't work, because you must fix that thing, certainly. So in every boat I know, when you reach the engine reach the resonance frequency from the hull, yeah, That is done. That is history, okay? That is history. That is the reason why. No soundtracking from specific ages in the sea of sounds. Yeah. Besides EIS, anyway, and satellites. But unlimited reach, and this is cheap and easy to build, so that is an equalizer between rich and not rich, and who want that. And people who are sick of governments can go and open sea. They don't need one drop of water full or must sail zigzag against the wind and are much faster obviously. I can take even when they don't know AHHO, take a normal generator for additional speed when they need it. Yes. So, that is the reason why that is done with me. And then, the atrocities, they pile up to this really sick. Then, yes, I need a confirmation from my bank. Yes, and I had a confirmation from my bank. Besides that my ID card, I need here to open a bank account. 2 IDs, because I'm a citizen, no residence. So then it's told I still need a residence. Yeah, das ist der Werk, wirklich. That is when at that bridge yesterday, when I called on the pension, stop with your, it's not the first time, with your conspiracy theories. That is no theory. That here is no theory, that here. That in Panama is no theory. That is on the videos to see. That is no theory. Yeah? To rip off allergic, mold allergic, in a mold rotten boat. Exactly that you can leave, that you should die, is obviously is no theory. That is reality. Yes? When anyone in that connection, raw theory, you must hit his mouth to chant that his teeth look like mine. That was on the boat, yes. Nutrients and so on. And yeah, mold. I could prevent that I die, but anyhow, anywhere it affects. I cannot eat properly anymore. I look like a monster. Humiliation, yes. And then they delayed it so long that it's not on the. I knew that. I knew that when they went, then that card was not before the 28th here. I knew that he pulled it off, and yes, I get the pension on my money account on the 13th May. Today is the 10th. I think, yeah, today is the 10th. But you know that all. They know that all. They know that all. That is torturing. That is torturing. I have no money anymore. I came to Florida to buy a boat. Any cheap boat. Only that I have a home that can see the Cayman Islands and all that islands, because there is a possibility to find a bank who will do that. What they want. But because I called, yeah, and they told, yeah, come. So I wrote emails. Said, yeah, come to the Cayman and we do that. Yes, that is the reason why I'm Florida to buy a boat, because I could not afford all that flights. I cannot go from island to island per flights, pay hotels. What is the cheapest possibility of all that? That's the reason I came here. Then was here all fucked down. And I have to be serious. I want anywhere boat, not only because as prototype, I can install the prototype, because the noise terror, I don't need to fool around. I don't need to discuss any bullshit. I simply take the anchor, search for another spot, set the anchor and have my quiet. I don't need to discuss with any bastards anymore, which I did with years. Or I had to suffer. Yeah, man. YouTube deleted 4/5 of all my videos where is the noise terror to see. What Facebook did after it seemed that my wife took from the CCP. I got on Facebook X porn pics, or videos even, where Asian girls were fucked. And when I make screenshots from that and post it, guess what? Was my account blocked because sexual content. Nobody asked how it's for me possible to make that. That is all together. That shows what's going on. And why? Yeah, because my developments. And what is much worse, because I'm doing it. Another foreskin cutting, blood drinking, flesh eating from a desert dame incarnation, which come try to wipe us out for much longer than that 800 years of Inquisition. Because that started already 365, when it became state religion. They began the bullying and then so on and so on. Yes, especially such should never go famous with such technology. Especially. What interesting is that Stanley Myers and the Troyen and all the others, they didn't even live for 3 years. I overlived the cheese since the empathy system to remove exactly such scam, with then updated 2017 or anything. Yeah, I was too focused on the tech, so I don't remember when I did that. With tests of the endocrine system and neurotransmitter. Prototype. So, again the whole story in short form. Besides that 8 from 9 cats was killed, as the pathology report, the reason why I had in Mexico City police protection. And I don't know if, because that I can leave Mexico City and go to the boat in Panama, because that should be my death trap, and that not anything happens to me already in Mexico, or they meant it really serious. I have no idea. But that is what is going on. Yeah, that is the keep me away from boats there. I found a Morgan 38 center cockpit. So basically the same, like nearly the same, like the Morgan Classic 41, which was destroyed in Panama for 6,000. That boat costed 26, in Panama it costed 26,000 US dollars. Then what I found here, 6,500, and it was in a really nice shape. It doesn't matter what it had, with that money, what they owe me. When they transmit that money in time, I have a really nice boat and about 10,000 US dollar left for whatever, if anything is. Maybe for water maker. A water maker is an important thing when you say it, definitely. Yes, here I have to drink the tap water full of chlor and whatever. The coffee tastes coffee without sugar, without anything. And more water than coffee, shaked, yeah. And water bottle. Yeah, you need a skin, but let's see how. And here, at the beginning it was alone. Now come more and more, and homeless. Das keer Stupsierweg, yeah. His family was killed from humans. Yeah. Because yesterday 3 hours of the suddenly come there. And see the whole time look stressed at them, yeah. Yeah. And I said, keep quiet, hey, they do nothing. It's okay. And he more and more May and anyway. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that. And then I was going and shouted at them what they do here. If there is not enough space anywhere, why they do here? They scare my cat away. Oh, you're sorry. Yeah, I think they were sent, and then they told it on how it seems someone else. And they also yesterday, in the night before, a guy sneaked to me, and then someone gives me any beer. That drunkards, I give a shit on alcohol shit, yes? I give a absolute shit on alcohol shit. Because alcohol shit makes dumb, and this for poor losers come, yes? That has no any health benefit, not any, yeah? When it's without alcohol, it is a nice electrolyte. That it is, but that's it. That's it. Beer. The only beer what I drink is maybe twice in a year is a Guinness. Because that makes me not tired like shit. Yeah, that I can sleep properly. And to rob, steal anything. Like it just tried already, twice. When the most nasty shit was that Stupsis food cup was stolen. For what? To make me feel? Because before I fell asleep? Or black magic shit? For like by Foxy? in Fox's Cadaver, in Panama. Humans are the last scum on the planet, and all that's come, which don't care. At the beginning, here, when people won't give me money, I thought I don't need money. They had still. I need petitions to the Human Rights Corps, but that was what the bank, the Austrian, and all together did with me. To force them to take my case, not only propaganda cases, yeah. To excuse their existence. Bastards. Where you even don't know where they are now really. Are they in Den Haag or they are in Georgia? So in the former UdSSR country. Yes, because you read this and you read that and you read that, and it's all confused that you don't know where you should. And then by one email address came back a link, and on the link it said, yeah, that all documents must be translated in this and that languages, but German was not by that. The point is, that is against EU law, because this is the European human rights. Okay? Because Germany and Austria is by the European Union, and German must be accepted. All that shit, that is insane. That is so dirty. That is also, this is the same like with the Barbara Khan. You must come to an Austrian, to a branch. Or yeah, we don't do that with the DHL, OBS. It's lies, that is gaslighting. And I have a synoptic connection, and using 90% analog analytic thinking. Average is 80%, the performance goes up is logarithmic. There's a reason why I'm immune against that. But that is torturing. Yeah, that should drive someone in suicide. 3 of my friends was driven in suicide, and then 2 others was driven in a car accident. Yeah, I give people, they like to drive fast because they are really good drivers, and they have a weak point by that. Certain jobs, on certain places, where the bus and the train connection is ridiculous. We have to 4 or 5 hours each day. Yes, is what they drive. And then on a street which is known that is a suicide street. What is that? What is that? That is Austria. And I bet they do all other governments too. That was my complete infrastructure, because no one of them would accept that. They would organize demonstrations. So, and the specialist Rhodes, he was intelligent enough to understand my technology. He would explain that on demonstrations. Dead. Yeah. So, now close that video, it's long enough. That's what is going on. So, and when you don't want to rot the pollution, the most ridiculous are for me the martial arts guys, and the Tai Chi guys. Oh, Tai Chi for health. Yeah, okay, yes. Then, why ships kill the planets more than cars? Who else? If my Tai Chi, my art is proven I was so many times poisoned. Yeah? But I could deal with the placebo technique, where in China they call it Western Qigong. And that's one of the reasons why I was highly reputed within 3 months by the old masters in Czechoslovakia. Yes, if you can defeat that with your bullshit, yeah, with your pushing hands. For the martial artists, the sissy, yeah, you will rot in pollution. Curious how much useful is your MMA bullshit by that? It's a different kind of war, you jerks. And all the other idiots who ignore that, what is done with real developers, you will pay for it. Yes, you pay already. When you go in the hospital and visit your beloved, which shot on cancer, whatever, any sickness was pollution caused. You pay already, but you're too dumb. You're too dumb, too coward to do anything. You pay. You do it by yourself. You did nothing with Stanley Meyer, you did nothing with Troy Reed. The tales he sees, that developer before me was the last one where you could afford it. Because that, with the big sea pollution, that destroys the electromagnetic energy field. Yes, because the seas, what is the electrolyte was produced with the iron core, that field, huh? A little bit terraforming, huh? Good jerks. So, now I closed that. But I want let you show, I want let you know that, I want to show you that, the reality of real developers, and even better they are, and even more they can defeat murder attempts for decades, I can tell already. And more such shit is, and you still don't want to see it. You still don't want to see it. I called yesterday by the barbecue, by the before pension twice, because that piece of shit. It was a bitch, the first. And the second, I guess they gave me them intentionally some who heard me. But now I must close. I give it to the what I was responsible for. Yeah, blah blah. We're what is going on? Forget that. I don't think you have a ticket to Mars. Why? My last Facebook article. Find it, read it. Yes, that's all enough.